Well, hello and welcome. I'm so happy you're here watching this video of mine. It's the very first one. Let me introduce myself. My name is Heather and I'm the owner of Urban Kids Consignment. And this video is going to help you and cover, this video is going to help you register and navigate through My Sales Manager. Now, My Sales Manager is a lease software that will help you input your inventory and print your tags. It also keeps track of all of your sales too. So everything's super organized with those barcodes and scanners. Now, I know registering for Urban Kids is daunting at first. I completely understand there's a lot of information, but I'm here for you, and I promise after this first event, the next events thereafter are going to be a breeze. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My information is on this website at the contact, or you can email me, heather@urbankidsconsignment.com, or call me 714-805-8526. Please do not hesitate to contact me. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is go to urbankidsconsignment.com in your browser and enter, and you're going to go to our home page here. And our website's pretty nifty. It's got lots of great useful information, videos and tips. So hopefully you'll look through it and get the most you can out of it, okay? But the first place I want you to go to register to consign is these 6 steps right here, okay? They're very important to read over before you register to consign. The reason why is there's a $12 non-refundable fee, and I would hate for you to waste your money if consigning with Urban Kids is not the right fit. So please read over these. But number 1, I really want you to read over gather your items. This is important because this is all the items that we accept and those that we do not accept, okay? In here, there's also limits, and I would be happy to go over all of those limits, but they change sale to sale, season to season, so you're going to want to check back at them each sale to find out what those limits are. Okay, so on the right-hand side, there's the sign up here buttons. The first one that you're going to want to go to is the new consignor registration. That, as a new consignor, you're going to want to click here to get started. But thereafter, this returning consignor button is where you'll click from after this sale on. And then I want to touch on this button, this non-consigning volunteer. So let's say you've read over all of the website and you're just not quite sure. You want to get more information. You want to try us out. Maybe volunteer. Give me 3 hours of your time, and you're going to get in return a private pre-sale. So you'll be able to shop with those consigners and the other volunteers. So you get to shop before the public. Not only that, but you and a friend will be able to shop before the public, which is huge. So this is where you would go if that was the case. But as a new consignor, you're going to click on this button. You're going to put in your information. This is the registration form. Now my information, Chrome has remembered because I've put it in, I don't know, 6 or 7 times trying to make this video. I do laugh at myself because I think I'm a bit of a perfectionist. But anyhow, you're going to put your information in, you're going to create a password, and you're going to remember that password, write it down somewhere, and how you heard about us. So this is important to me as an owner. I want to know how you heard of us. Let's be really specific about this because this is going to help me market and get all those shoppers in to buy your stuff, okay? But let's say you heard about us from a friend. Let's say you heard of us from Heather Conrad. She referred you. If you write her name down, you both consign and sell $100 worth of items, she will have her consignor fee waived. Now this will apply to you as well. If you refer a friend, you can have your consignor fee waived. Not only that, but if you refer 4 more people, so a total of 5, you can get an extra 5% of your total sales. So let's touch on that just a little bit. The base is 60%. That's what everybody gets as a base. If you work a 3-hour shift, one shift, you get 65%. If you do 2 work shifts, you get 70%. Now, on top of that, if you referred 5 people, you get another 5% for 75%. So that is really huge. That is a big percentage for all of your work. So once you fill this out, you're going to click Submit. And this is going to get you to the seller agreement. Please read over all of this information. I know it's a lot of legal stuff, but it's important. So you're going to sign it by saying, yes, you agree, and clicking on the continue registration. Then this is where you're going to go to PayPal. It is a $12 non-refundable fee. So you're going to click on PayPal checkout. And this, I believe the system remembers who I was. You will probably have to log into your PayPal. I've done it 7 times, so it remembers who I was. So I'm going to pay a $12 fee to Urban Kids Consignment, and I'm going to do it with my balance. But I don't know if you know this, but you don't have to have PayPal. You could pay with a check or credit if you do not have an account with PayPal. So PayPal is really easy to navigate, but if you have any questions here, because I'm not going to cover each way to do it, please give me a call. I'm home. I can answer your calls, okay? So you're going to click continue, and that's going to take you through to thank you very much. Here is your consignor number. So Test has a consignor number of 2750, and remember that password was test, okay? So you're going to go ahead and continue. And this is where you're going to log on, okay? So I'm going to just do it really quick, but I'm going to show you something else. 2750, and my password was test, okay? So if you forgot your consignor number or password, you can click here. I think that's about all you really need to know because you already got your consignor number. You're going to log in right here, okay? So this is going to get you to your consignor homepage. I am going to X out or log out of here because I want to show you something kind of nifty with our website. So once you've registered and you have your consignor number, you're going to go back to our website, okay? And you're going to scroll to the top of the page, okay? And any of the pages will have this here, this consignor login. So that means anytime you log in, this on the right-hand side will be here for you. You'll click on this consignor login. You'll again put your consignor number in, right, and your password, and you're going to log in. Oops. Oh, I put in the wrong password. Okay, 2750 with a password of test, and we're going to log in. All right, so now this is back to your consignor homepage at the My Sales Manager, the least software that we use. Okay, so let's go over each one of these. So this is test and your consignor number. This says I'm registered. It says that I signed my seller agreement. It's not applicable that I have my work agreement because I haven't picked a work shift yet. The consignor fee is paid, but I haven't picked up my drop-off or my volunteer shifts. And this right here is your estimated earnings. So during this sale, you're going to be able to look at your sold items report and your seller's report and this estimated earnings. Excuse me, let me take that back. During the sale, you're going to see this estimated earnings and the sold items report, okay? During the sale, after all of the shoppers have left for that night, I upload those two things, the estimated earnings and the sold items report. So you're going to be able to see them each night. It's kind of addicting. At the end of the sale, I will then upload the estimated earnings, the sold items listing, the seller's report, donation report, and the unsold items report. So you'll be able to see all of that the Sunday after the event or the Sunday after the event. So with the estimated earnings, though, I want you to keep this in mind. This is an estimate based on the default consignment percentage, which is 60%. So what if you worked one shift? It's not going to show that. What if you worked 2? It's not going to show that. And it's also not going to know that you paid the fee and or if you referred 5 people. So keep that in mind. It's just an estimate. You can go over your sold items report, look at the total amount, and do your percentage from there, right? So keep that in mind during the sale. So let's go over these buttons right here on the left-hand side. So let's say you can't consign. I know you paid that $12 fee. It is not refundable, but I've got people who may want, let me put it this way. Most of the time I sell out of consignor spots. or drop-off spots or volunteer shifts. And so if you've decided that you cannot consign at any time, please unregister, because there's another family that would love to have your spot, okay? So that's where you'll click. To update your information, right here is where you'll want to update your information, especially if I'm mailing out your check or you've changed your phone number or your email address, because I need to get all of my emails to you and let you know what's going on. Okay, so that you'll want to change that if you need to. So we need to select a drop-off time. This is where we drop off all of our tagged items, our prepped items. And so I need to find a shift or appointment for me to drop off my items. And it's usually a Sunday. It's always a Sunday and Monday before the event. And so I see that there's an open spot right here on Sunday the 24th, 11:20 to 11:40. I'm going to go ahead and sign up for that shift because it works perfect with my schedule. And I'm going to continue. And then I'm going to go, oh gosh, darn it, I forgot. I have a dentist appointment. I can cancel here and grab a new one here. Okay? So when you're all done selecting your appointment, you're going to return to your consignor homepage. From there, you can click to volunteer to work. You do not need to work. You do not, that's why it's called a volunteer to work. But as I look over this, they're all full. And the reason behind that is because they fill up within the 3 hours that I open up registration. But this is the deal. I sometimes add more shifts, especially as we get approached the deadline, because we're getting really busy and I'm starting to stress out. Or we're all parents. We don't know when there's a soccer game ahead of time or an emergency. So you'll see as the deadline approaches, consigners drop off. And you'll see these open up. So when they do, and you get an email from me saying, hey, this shift is open. If you want it, grab it. This is where you're going to go to grab that shift. So we're going to return to consignor homepage. And we want to work with our consigned inventory. But before that, I want to let you know you can always view your agreement, seller agreement right here at any time. So go to work with consigned inventory. And this is where you're going to start inputting your items and printing up your tags. So this is where you're going to work with your active inventory for this sale. This right here, work with inactive inventory, is if when you come back from the last sale, so we have a sale in April, we'll have another one in July, or we'll have another one in October. That next sale, your inventory is already in there. So let's say you did this sale and you didn't sell all your items and you didn't donate it. It's already in the system. You don't have to touch it. You can just work with that inactive inventory and make them all active. So you can select inventory for active inventory, or you can make them all active, okay? Right now, Test is her first sale, so she doesn't have any inactive inventory. So after that, you're going to go with worked with consigned inventory. And this is where you're going to put all of your items, okay? There's just a few things. I like to click this little box. By default, only the last 5 items entered show. Click here to display all items. I like that button clicked. It's really important to me for me to see all of my items. Call me type A, call it being progressive, I don't know. I want to see all of those items that I put in. And then you can always finish for now and come back to it. And then your items have to be marked at least $1 and within the 50-cent increments. So you could do $1.50, $2, $3, $3.50. And then all items that you mark for donate are automatically marked for discount, even if this is not checked off, okay? So why donate something if you're not going to at least get 50% off? So let me give you a tip. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to gather all of your items. You're going to set them on the couch, the kitchen counter, however it works for you. And let's say you start with your clothing, okay? You're going to put all of your clothing in size order, okay? Your gender's mixed up as of right now, okay? So put them all in size order, 3 T's together, all the 4 T's together. And within those sizes, you're going to want to put the brand. So let's say you have a bunch of Gymboree in size 3. You're going to put those together because your browser remembers the last thing you put in. So we're going to pick our category as clothing. You have all these categories to choose from, okay? But we're going to do clothing, and I know that there's a limit of 100. And I have size 3T. Doesn't matter if it's boy or girl. There's 3T. Oh, there it is right there. 3T. Doesn't matter if it's boy or girl. It's a 3T. And I put in the description. And the description I always put first on description line 1 is my brand. Because if you do that, it's only going to have 2 or 3 or 4 under G or GY. So that makes it so much easier that all you have to do is do G and then enter, okay, for the Gymboree. And then I put in whatever descriptive I can be. So I try to be really descriptive. Pink flower dress, pink panda shirt, pink PJs, pink polka dot bag. Whatever it is, make it descriptive. It makes it a lot easier if the tag gets lost. And then you price your item. And I can go over pricing on another video, but right now we're going to just go over how to use this system. This quantity, it's one item that I'm putting in, but let's say you have 15 hats or 15 of this one exact dress. Then, or let's say you have twins and you put 2. It's going to print up 2 tags, so you don't have to put it in there twice, okay? Right now we only have 1, and I want it to discount and I want it to donate if it doesn't sell, okay? I feel giving today, okay? And I'm going to submit that item. So it's in there now, okay? I'm going to do a few more, and we're just going to make them the same. Just because I need to have 6 items. But again, you're going to want to follow those first steps that I put in there, right? Because is really important for us if the tag gets lost. So I've got 4 items in. There's 5. And there's 6. Okay. So all these items are showing now. Okay. So let's say, I'm going to give you another tip. So the reason why I put 6 in there is I wanted you to see what 6 on a page looks like. But 6 tags print on a page. Now, I find it so much easier to just put in 18 items and then print those 18 items up, okay? Because I think it's easier to print or match 18 items to 18 tags versus, let's say you have 300 items to 300 tags. That seems absurd to me. So what I do is I just put in 18 at a time. Let's just pretend like I did 18, and I have 6 here, okay? I'm finished for now, and I'm going to print selected tags. So I'm going to click the last 18 that I put in there, okay? In this case, I just did 6, and I want to print selected tags. So the other way you could do that too is print all unprinted tags. So let's say you printed the first 18 and you're on your second 18. Print all unprinted tags. And there they are. Okay? You're going to print this page out on white or very light cardstock. So on Chrome, I go to File and I push Print. And I'm going to go through the print process. Okay? There we go. And then I'm just going to push Print. And that's going to print those up, and then you're going to cut them out and put them on your items. So does that make sense there? Again, if you have any questions, call me. But you could also click right here, generate tags as a PDF. And that's really cool because you could send it, email it to your local printer and have them print it up. So we're done printing these tags. We're going to go back to our menu. And again, you can go back and work with those active inventory and put in new inventory and print up the 18 tags. That's how I do it. I think it's a lot easier. But we're finished for now. I think I've showed you everything on there. I think I've showed you everything on here. You could also print a report. Let's say you want to know all of your stuff by price or by category or by item or by discount. That way, or by donate. So that was one of the ways you can get a donate report. So you can print those up ahead of time if you want to. So we're done with this, putting your inventory in. Let's see here. I think I've covered everything really quickly. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me, email me.